Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? I'm wanting to look at fire signs for January 2020. We'll start with Aries, and of course before I start, this is for your sun sign, rising sign, or have a look at where your moon is placed. It might be appropriate for you as well. I also want to mention the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn coming up in January the 2020. This is actually going to be a foundational change that will come forward. It's relevant, of course, all signs will be facing this as well. It's a time where Saturn brings forward some fear, but also I guess Saturn is the taskmaster, so Saturn will be wanting you to learn those lessons that you have been accumulating or facing in 2019, and will be wanting you to make certain changes before we move into the rest of 2020. Combined with Pluto, which is looking at your core truths. Now, and of course this can be, you've got that watery energy as well, so it can be you'll have to cut away the illusions to actually get to the truth. What do I actually mean like that? There is a level of confusion around us at the moment, and an unsettled feeling. We're not actually seeing clearly. This is for the collective as well as it is for the individual. This we know we're on the verge of some sort of change. We've had some pretty major issues, major events, in some cases natural disasters. We have been looking to leaders and they've let us down. We are feeling less secure in this world. Now, fire signs come forward with passion and inspiration. That is the nature of our fire signs. When I tuned into Aries, which is almost like it is a cardinal sign. So it means that it will be a leader in some way. Let's have a look at what Aries that Arian energy, big changes. I feel when I tuned in, I saw almost somebody, wands energy, light energy, sun energy, passion, trying to remove a foundational stone to see exactly what was there, and of course the light was coming up, so they knew that they had to remove the stone in order to see the light of what? The light of truth. So in some way, Arians in January 2020 will be digging for the truth, and it is a light that will reinvigorate them. This has been coming forward. This has been my feeling for Aries, for some months now, and of course I feel that in some way the light, or what Arians are actually digging for, is the truth. Of course, what is the truth for them? Freedom, movement, almost like being airborne, because I'm getting the image of a bird flying through the light of the sun. Freedom, passion, motivation. How and where they're going to find that in 2020 will be on Aries minds in January 2020. Okay, so show me Aries for the month of January, Spirit. What messages would you like to bring, or can we bring through for our Arian friends in January 2020? Show me Aries for January 2020. What are the key messages for Arians in January 2020? Okay, so we've got the King of Cups, so there's going to be a lot of emotion around. So this light that could be setting you free has to do with your deepest and darkest emotions. Again, this Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn is not going to be easy, So we've got the King of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups. This is an emotional time for you in January, Aries. I feel you will be looking at what is no longer working for you. And this for some could be even breakups of partnerships as well, moving on from relationships that are no longer serving you. We've got a completion here. This actual moving away will actually begin. This is the Wheel of Fortune jumping in here and saying, okay, things have to change. It's around your emotions. It's the way you express your emotions. It's also what you let worry you, because that bird flying through the sun is an indication. I think this is a general message for all of us, that what weighs us down is not going to serve us at all. What is weighing us down emotionally needs to be transformed. We need to turn our back, and I am getting a real pull to this person is walking toward the light, not away from it. So I feel that so in some way mastery, control. I don't like the word control, but getting your emotional reactions to a point where things don't drag you down, and instead you can ride the winds of change and emotional issues. Getting to that point is where you want to be in 2020. Justice as well. Some kind of justice is going to be done. The Wheel of Fortune is suggesting that you, if something has been weighing you down, if you've sustained some kind of loss, things are actually going. I mean, these two cards, two major arcana in this pull so far, are an indication that things actually, if you've suffered a loss in some way, including an emotional loss, things will actually start to change for the better. And we've got the Four of Wands. This is celebration, reunions with yourself, with community. So if you've been feeling like you've been at a loss in some way, particularly an emotional loss, things are about to get a whole lot better for you. You've been obsessing, I feel. I do feel the freedom that you want is freedom from this emotional baggage, and also this tug of war. Where you've got the factions coming in and people pulling one way and people pulling another. It's been a heavy burden for you to carry, and you want freedom from that. We have the Knight of Wands. You're making a plan. You're making a plan to get that freedom. Because at the end of the day, you understand that there needs to be sufficient barriers and when I say barriers, boundaries put up, including with your closest loved ones, so that you're not going to be dragged into this endless dramas, other people's baggage that doesn't belong to you, that's weighing you down and stopping you from being free. Because with Arians, you need to be able to be free. You need to be able to move. You need to be able to call your own shots. And so anything that's stopping you, you're going to actually be eliminating. Expect to go inward in January 2020. Be careful you don't obsess either. That's the danger with Saturn Pluto, that you're going to obsess over this lack of freedom that you've got. It could also be to do with family as well. Some of you may be having trials and tribulations with loved ones, and you're going to be going in, because that is the hardest thing that we have to transform when things go wrong with our nearest and dearest, or if we're drawn into something that's not really meant for us, but we're there because this is occurring with someone we love. You've got big decisions to make, and I do feel it's around not being weighed down. You're going to be bringing all this to the surface in January 2020 and working out how you're going to fix this. What plan are you going to bring forward that's going to serve you well? Because I do feel that you've got your eye on the longer term. So there is definitely decisions you're going to be making. I do feel it is to do with love relationships, particularly I'm getting a draw to family or partnerships, romantic partnerships. You don't want to be caught in other people's business. You're actually going to be doing a lot of introspection in January and working out ways that you can rebalance, because there is a healing with that Temperance card. We've got the Page of Coins. Somebody also close to you could be bringing forward some information around something, some kind of deception as well. There's some kind of truth that's going to come forward, which will actually mean victory for you. So you're worried about things that are occurring in your inner circle. You're getting drawn into that. Certain things that are happening to other people are weighing you down. You need your freedom, Aries. You need to be sitting in this kind of energy, not this kind of energy. And so 2020 will be all about how you can bring this Knight of Wands forward, your passions, your motivations, this fire energy. For some, with that 10 of Pentacles there could be a whole new vista for you in relation to your career, and your savings, and the way that you manage your future security. Certainly there's introspection going to be there in 2020. Either way, whether it's to do with your career, your finances, your closest relationships, what you feel you need is to be on the path of inspiration and planning and action and newness, so that bird that I'm seeing can fly free and soar. You need your freedom to bring forward that passion, and that's what you're going to be thinking about in January 2020. Let's have a look at our next fire sign. Let's have a look at Leo, what's going on for Leo in January 2020. Let's have a look if I can tune in psychically, clairvoyantly now to... okay, so it's all about balance here for Leo. I'm getting the Temperance card, pouring from an empty cup into a full cup. Something hasn't been balanced for our Leo friends in the past. It's almost like January will be a culmination of this, and they will be working hard on how they can move from a situation that hasn't given them very much to something that actually filling that cup back up, something that can be sustain them through 2020. So how are they going to do this rebalancing? I guess cups, the water energy is emotion. They could be thinking about their foundation, the bedrock of their destiny even. It could be that deep for Leos. They like to be the emperor. They do see the big picture. What are they writing? What future are they writing? So they're going to be concerned about bringing forward a positive future rather than filling that cup up again. And they could be coming to an understanding that it is the way that they think. How are they seeing that glass? Half empty or half full? So their thoughts, they will get a glimmer of an epiphany, if you like, that they understand. They've always understood that, but some kind of epiphany that their actual thoughts do determine what they bring forward in the future. So they will be, I'm just hearing, cleaning up their act. So let's have a look at Leos, what's happening for our friends Leos, our Leo friends in January 2020. What are the energies that are coming forward for Leo? January 2020, a very difficult conjunction that we're facing, but one that, as I said in my other readings, if you plant the seeds properly in January 2020, it will pay off as the year unfolds. Show me, Leo, a balance, a rebalancing and a healing, getting it right. They understand the longer term game now. Okay, show me Leo in January 2020. Okay, I'm going to stop there. All right, so we've got the King of Cups coming forward again. It is emotional time for all of our signs. There could be, with this Page of Cups, so we've got some Leos could be thinking about a younger person. This could also be an older and a younger person. There could be an apology, or there could be some kind of healing coming forward in a relationship. It could be also an acceleration in Leos, because I saw that balancing and that healing. It could be an acceleration for Leos in their wisdom and awareness. So they could be seeing the truth of something, or feeling the truth. I'm getting feeling the truth. Okay, expansion, where they want to be. So they'll be looking to the distant horizon. Some Leos could be thinking about travel as well, travel in the future. Commerce, trade, careers, starting new careers, because there has been a time of having to step back. It could be something occurred in 2019, in the close of 2019, that wounded Leos, and they're having to step back and retreat. Because, yeah, it was pretty significant, unfortunately. But I feel that they're doing a lot of thinking, a lot of feeling around this, and it will be the feeling, I feel, rather than this fire energy here. I feel it will be the feeling that will be important, getting the emotions right. That will be important for Leo in January 2020, which will then lead to this expansion. Yeah, absolutely. It is the emotion that's going to start the fire again for Leos. They have had this disappointment. I feel that's coming through strongly in these cards. It's made them insecure with the Four of Pentacles. It could even be a little bit of a dip in their finances or a loss of a job. They have been obsessing with this Devil card right underneath this retreat. They could have even turned to, dare I say it, substances like alcohol or whatever. There could be this, whatever's occurred for them, wounded in battle. They've taken some time before they get back on the horse to understand. They needed to come to an understanding that it's all about the way that they feel. And yeah, this is the truth for them that I feel will be, is starting to come forward, but will continue to come forward in 2020. Here's our balance, and it is around the emotions. You're going to get to where you want to go, because this period of obsession, of feeling wounded, of focusing on the negative, the glass half empty, is actually coming to an end. You've got a decision to make. Likely you'll do that in January 2020. It has been on how you emotionally react to a loss. For some, this could have been a loss of finances. For others, it could have been an emotional loss, a loss of a job, a loss of a relationship. But you're understanding the truth, and it is all around how you allow yourself, to feel. You're getting back on the horse with this Knight of Pentacles. You're going to decide to start to move forward again. It may not be in January that this manifests, but you're going to start to take the first steps in January. You're going to be quite objective now about your future. We've got some truth coming forward that you've been able to face and transform. And here's our fire energy again. So it is around controlling your thoughts, understanding that emotions affect our thoughts, and it is almost getting your mind, the house of your mind, in order, I'm feeling, which will lead to that beautiful fire energy coming forward again with that sun. So completing things. You've got the 9 and the 10. Completing this cycle and focusing again on the emotions. You've been sitting in this energy. The 7 sevens are all about lessons. I'm going to keep going. Somebody may have done something to you, some kind of deception, some kind of defeat in some way. I feel that it's really impacted on Leos, but you're getting there. You're coming into a more positive emotional cycle with this Ace of Cups. So a little bit of an extended pull there for Leos, but I do feel you're understanding that it is all around how your thoughts and words impact on your emotions, and changing things up, putting whatever that 7 of Swords was behind you, which occurred in 2019, and moving into this new future. As soon as the emotions start to change, then that beautiful sun energy starts, the wand energy, the fire, the passion, the motivation starts to ignite, and that is what you will be doing in January 2020. It will set you up well for the rest of the year. So I'm really pleased, Leo, that that's what's going to be occurring. Now, our last fire sign is the Sagittarius sign of Sagittarius. So for my Sagittarian viewers, I'm also a Sagittarius. Yeah, some of us have been going through a little bit of walking across those coals and having our strength tested. It will be an interesting reading. Let's see if I can clairvoyantly tune in for my Sagittarian viewers. What is likely to be occurring in Sagittarius? Okay, so I'm actually getting the Four of Swords energy. I feel that there has been some kind of battle that has been going on for you in some way, and you've had to take some time out, or you will be taking some time out in January. It's not as though you're never going to get back on that horse again. And interestingly, the archer often is depicted by a centaur. Your momentum has been severely dented by something that has occurred in 2019, and you're not out of the woods yet. And I do feel that you need to take some downtime in January to heal, I feel, and regroup and find that beautiful forward motion again, that inspiration. It is all about Sagittarians are very good at reinventing themselves. They have things that occur in their lives where their enthusiasm or their plans or something doesn't work out, and they spend this time in introspection. And what are they actually building up? They're building up inspiration and passion because they are the sharers of the zodiac. They like to share their knowledge. Sagittarians can come forward in the teaching professions, in media, public relations. They like to learn and then share that learning. But I feel that January is going to really be a time of sitting this one out, sitting on the sidelines in a way, taking time out to recover. So that's they're my clairvoyant images for Sagittarius. We've got a few cards that have come out. So here we've got Sagittarius has come out here with the Queen of Wands. We've got now not having that clarity to make the decisions or move forward. We do have the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving help. I'm feeling it's not time to help anyone else, while ever that clarity is not there. Let's keep going with the reading because it stopped at that point. This is self-nurturing, this Queen of Cups. Who are you helping? You can't help others until you help yourself first. We've got the Page of Coins. This is an earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Pages are also about the start of something as well. So I do feel that this is the start for Sagittarius of refocusing back on themselves, understanding that they can only motivate and inspire others when first they're motivated and inspired themselves. Some Sagittarians have been working hard during the year. It is time for a rest. So let's keep going. It's almost like a recharging. The solar eclipse is in Capricorn. If you follow mainstream astrology, if you follow Vedic astrology, then the solar eclipse is in Sagittarius. It's sitting right underneath the Queen of Wands, so there is a recharging needed right down to the solar level. I feel some Sagittarians have depleted themselves and they need to sit, as I said, sit this one out. There is some kind of truth they're trying to get to with that Seven of Cups, almost having to make a choice and not being able to make a choice until the truth is realised. We've got the King of Pentacles sitting underneath Virgo. It could be a partner with this king having to assist a partner in some way. What's under this Queen of Cups? The King, 2 kings here, interesting, and sitting right underneath the Queen of Cups. So there is an emotional healing coming forward for you, Sagittarius, I feel, but it's not here yet. It will lead to a revitalization right down to the cellular level, and a moving forward again with this Knight of Wands, with passion and with inspiration and with this fire energy. But there is some kind of truth that needs to be realized first. If this reading is resonating for you, bear in mind that the Star of Hope is sitting right underneath the sun. Right underneath the sun. So keep your thoughts positive. Now we've got Judgment. This card is coming forward for a lot of signs as I read into the energies of January 2020. Something is coming to an end. It's an inevitable closure. You will get the truth that you're seeking, and that will allow you to move forward. I'm not surprised I've got the 10 of Wands, because I do feel for many Sagittarians you do need to take time out. We've got love here with this Magician. When I say we've got love here, this Magician's cup is very important. He can't, or she can't, bring things forward into reality without love. And so love is going to be a big theme for you in 2020. Understanding the duality of love as well, understanding the yin and the yang of love, when you need to be passive, when you need to be more assertive. There has been some kind of restriction with this 8 of Swords. It's been worrying you. It's something that is not being materialized or coming forward into reality. It's slow going. It's taking its time because there is a restriction here. But this is sitting under the Knight of Wands, so I feel that there is going to be movement for you. Absolutely, we've got the Six of Swords moving on to calmer and clearer waters. All of our signs, Judgment and the Hermit, seem to be appearing with alarming frequency, suggesting that things are coming to a close, and that we're going to be doing a lot of introspection throughout January 2020. Have faith. We've got the Hierophant here. Have faith. If you've been walking that tightrope, understand that there are decisions being made, and you've got this, Sagittarius. You've absolutely got this with this Strength and Endurance card. So don't push yourself too hard in January, Sagittarius. Take the time out for reflection. You will be ruminating and doing a lot of thinking around your close personal relationships, around what motivates you, around what makes you you. So you'll be refocusing on the essence of who you are and that beautiful fire energy that you bring forward. You're going to be doing it. You're going to be successful because you've got the Sun card, a reignition right down to the cellular level. And you've got the Star of Hope. So even though the way is a little bit dark with that Hermit there, don't be put off. You've got a light, you've got a lamp. It's going to guide you, and you're going to get through this. So you'll come out stronger. You'll come out wiser, and most importantly, you will come out with that absolute confidence and determination to be who you are, to be you. It's all about being you, Sagittarius. All right, I'll leave that there. Have a wonderful week as we move into this solar eclipse. Depending, which astrology you follow, solar eclipse in Capricorn. As we move into this Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn, big. It's going to be big for all signs. Or if you, you follow another astrology, then this solar eclipse is actually in Sagittarius. Regardless, for all signs, this is a very momentous time. Thank you again for tuning in.